as Casper alluded to, I am talking about levelling supplies, and I am also from Narec. The graph that's shown on both screens is the predicted supply demand for, well, today, yesterday and tomorrow. We are approximately here today. The peak demand for the day is generally between 6 and 7 o'clock. So you've saved a little bit of electricity by coming to this event. The segments within the day are 30 minutes long, and as I said, for 3 days. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of projects I've worked on whilst at Narec. This one is Oyster, which was run by Aquamarine. As you can see, mugshot. Also, there is a flywheel within this casing. The flywheel is a resonant mass which just rotates at the same speed as the drive shaft, hence allowing energy to be stored within it and just naturally rotating until it comes to a natural stop. Well, I'll describe what actual Oyster is. Oyster is a flap within which is, that picture is from the Orkney Islands. The flap oscillates backwards and forwards as the waves push against it, pushing water to the Pelton wheel, which is in the middle of this device. That rotates, generating electricity. The picture on the side here is the cylinder, and these pipes are is the water travelling to the container. Also on this device there is accumulators. Accumulators are storing, well, it's a bladder of air that gets compressed, and when the actual water is limited, it deflates and provides a constant water supply to the Pelton wheel, maintaining the electricity. Snubber is another project. This is a linear generator which oscillates up and down. On the top of the picture, which isn't actually shown, is a buoy which uses the wave's motion to lift it up and down. The electricity is generated by magnets passing through an electric field. From this, which also isn't shown, you've got cables going to a drives cabinet. Within this drives cabinet there are capacitors. Capacitors are just electrical storage devices, an awful lot like batteries, except at the top discharge faster. Instead of using capacitors, you could use batteries. Say the efficiency of a car battery, or the batteries might change, well, the efficiency might get reduced of the car batteries, making them unsuitable for electric cars. These batteries could be used to store energy during, the low times that energy is required, hence providing energy for the peaks. Another larger scale applications could be used, which is hydrogen. When there is a low energy demand, the hydrogen could be created. Currently in development in America, there is a hydrogen car. To produce hydrogen, it's very simple. You probably did it at school, where you had an anode, cathode, and then separated water to hydrogen and oxygen. The pumping of the water could be done by a device like Oyster, as it pumps the water up the hill to the containers to produce the power, or you could just pump water during the lighter energy demands, hence storing energy by potentially storing energy, and then when the demand requires it, let the energy flow through a turbine in order to create the electricity required at that moment in time. Any questions?
Any questions?
I was just wondering, because I've always heard, when people talk about the energy mix and this like solar, wind and tidal, but I've never, apart from this presentation, I've never actually seen how things can work. But I was just wondering how many sort of projects are actually ongoing, and are there many planned in to produce the tidal energy?
Yes.
At Narec, we are currently developing a 3 megawatt drivetrain to test tidal turbines. Tidal turbines is effectively the flow of water going past the turbine, creating the energy that way. Very similar to a wind turbine, thank you. But it's underwater, so you've got constant tides running past it. There are some commercial viable devices out there. The MCT, if you've heard of that, might be worth just doing a little bit of research on that one. And they are currently being developed. Like wind, it's going to take time in order for them to do it, but there are new innovations yearly, monthly, as soon as someone thinks about it, to help with the demand on the tidal and the wave turbines.
Okay, thank you.
Could you just clarify, when you say 3 megawatts,
Yeah.
is that installed capacity or is that actually what is being generated by the tidal machine?
It's not stored capacity. It's
Installed, sorry.
as Narec is a test facility, so we're testing customer devices up to 3 megawatts.
Oh.
So we'll be rotating, creating them. Well, yeah. I'm a speaker, so yeah, I'll leave it there.